and welcome to Live at 4. Hope you all had a good weekend.
And happy Father's Day to everybody. We lucked out weather-wise, too.
Oh, yeah, it could have been a lot worse. That's for sure. A little rain. We needed the rain and more maybe on the way. And we'll have more on the weather coming up. But the top story we're tracking right now, school funding and what this budget plan could mean for you and your children. Jamie Perez is here to tell us what educators had to say.
Another big story, a significant decision from the U.S. Supreme Court today regarding compensation for college athletes. What is it going to mean for the Badgers in the future?
And finally, a local doctor is honored as a superhero. We'll tell you all about Dr. Emily Jewell and what she's done for those she serves. Let's take a look outside. Boy, refreshing. Open the windows.
Oh, it feels so good, doesn't it?
A little breezy.
Uh-oh.
I didn't forget. I put them in.
I like this.
I put them in. It said, Dana says, I like this. Oh, there it is. It's on the bottom. I put it on the wrong line. I didn't forget.
You were close. You were close. I do like this. This is great. I'm a big fan.
I like it too.
Good, good. I hope everyone does. It is a little cooler outside. Maybe not quite completely pool weather for us as temperatures have been turning below average for the day. We're sitting at about 64 at Madison. It's nice and sunny. If you're in the sun, it's not too bad. A little bit of a breeze and dew points in the 30s. So, I mean, really comfortable outside. Temperature-wise, mid-60s for most of the area. Pretty close to where we were at this time yesterday, maybe a few degrees cooler. The big difference, though, in the last 24 hours, the drop in our humidity as those thunderstorms passed through over late yesterday, bringing quite a cool trend for us for this afternoon. Radar's nice and quiet. That's how it is going to stay for us overnight. And as we look ahead to tomorrow, partly sunny skies for Tuesday. Not quite as cool outside, though. We'll climb back up to the 70s. Summer will return for us by the end of the week, but it was a nice little refresher this afternoon to not have to factor in quite as much humidity or the heat building in for us. As we look at our traffic conditions right now, overall, the Beltline seeing a few slowdown spots, but no accidents to report in Dane County. That's always good news. Downtown actually looking fairly smooth for us this evening, and no delays in Rock County or around Janesville currently. From Janesville to the Beltline, 26 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton and Sun Prairie to downtown. A quick 9-minute drive for us this evening. I will take a closer look at the rest of your work week, and again, when we'll get some more summery temperatures back in just a few minutes.
I like the break today, that's for sure. All right, Dana, thank you. Wisconsin Republicans' plan for education spending falls well short of the increase the governor proposed and what districts would like to see.
Speakers representing a handful of school districts took their frustrations to the Capitol steps today, asking for much more funding. Our Jamie Perez was there, and she explains what schools are demanding. Jamie?
Right, well, the school districts say the amount of money they would get if this budget passed would have some serious impacts on students here in Wisconsin. They claim our state has a history of little to no funding increases to education, putting us behind the rest of the country. Now, often that means districts go to referendum asking you, the taxpayer, to cover funding gaps. Dr. Carlton Jenkins of the Madison School District explains what this budget's impacts would be just on the Madison School District.
If this goes through, Madison Metropolitan School District will face a budget cut of nearly $3 million. Sure, we're going to look, as we have in all the districts across the state, to make it work. But should we be in a situation where we're having to make it work?
And Republicans are saying that there is an increase through more than $2 billion in federal COVID relief, but that money can only be spent on certain things. So coming up tonight at 5, we'll get an expert to break down what that means and what's likely to happen going forward.
All right, Jamie, we'll see you at 5. Thank you. The Supreme Court sided 9-0 with former college athletes in a compensation dispute with the NCAA.
While the ruling does not decide whether students can be paid, it hints at a bigger debate about amateurism in college sports. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
The Supreme Court handed a unanimous victory to student athletes Monday, ruling the National Collegiate Athletics Association cannot limit education-related benefits. The bench upheld a lower court ruling that found the restrictions violate antitrust laws. Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote, "Put simply, this suit involves admitted horizontal price fixing in a market where the defendants exercise monopoly control."
It is a watershed ruling.
Nellie Drew is a sports law professor at the University at Buffalo.
What does this mean for student athletes moving forward, do you think?
A very different landscape.
The ruling focuses on how schools reimburse players for things such as computers, science equipment, and musical instruments. The NCAA had defended its rules as preserving the amateur nature of college athletics. It noted in a statement, while today's decision preserves the lower court ruling, it also reaffirms the NCAA's authority to adopt reasonable rules and repeatedly notes that the NCAA remains free to articulate what are and are not truly educational benefits. The ruling does not address pay to play, but Justice Brett Kavanaugh's concurrence suggests there's room for a challenge. It is highly questionable whether the NCAA and its member colleges can justify not paying student athletes a fair share of the revenues on the circular theory that the defining characteristic of college sports is that the colleges do not pay student athletes. The NCAA says it's committed to supporting name, image, and likeness benefits for student athletes, and it's working with Congress to determine a path forward. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
And for more on this, joining us live is ESPN Madison's Jim Rutledge. Jim, thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Jim. Good to see you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
How do you think this ruling is going to affect the Badgers and athletes here?
Positively, especially the athletes, nothing's going to be happening immediately. And I think Wisconsin does a good job making sure that these athletes do get kind of the best benefits available to them. But as the report said, that the tide's turning here. People are getting tired of watching these athletes, play and get paid nothing. I think there's more public support for that. And each passing day, something is happening where it just feels wrong, where a school could be paying a coach $25 million not to coach, but they can't find any way to pay a great player like Frank Kaminsky as they sell his jersey inside bookstores. So I think people are starting to see that's unfair, and this is another step towards trying to rectify that.
But what does it mean down the road in terms of amateur sports? Is this the beginning of the end of amateur sports?
That's a great question. I think that obviously, I don't want to say Barry Alvarez stepped aside because he didn't want to work with this, but this is a big step for Chris McIntosh. This is a whole new era that Chris McIntosh, the new athletic director of Wisconsin, is going to be stepping into that I don't think that Barry wanted to take on late in his career. There's going to be a lot of questions, and it's about trying to make sure that, look, we know football and men's basketball and some of these sports will be just fine, but what about cross country? What about swimming or women's soccer or softball? Plenty of sports we all enjoy. How do we make sure they still can play along with making sure that the athletes on the football and basketball and some of those revenue generating sports get the proper respect that they deserve?
We'll find out in the future. Major ruling, that's for sure, though. Jim, thanks for being with us today.
So much more to talk about. We'll have you back soon to continue this conversation, Jim. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
The White House continues to battle Congress over the president's legislative priorities, including a $1 trillion infrastructure plan and a voting rights bill. The latest bipartisan compromise plan comes in at about $1.2 trillion in the backing of more than 20 senators, but some progressives say the compromise doesn't go far enough.
We need a few more details about the deal and about the proposal, including specifics about how to pay for it. An idea that's been floating around there that certainly the president would not support is a gas tax, which would raise taxes on people making less than $400,000 a year.
Another big issue in focus this week, voting rights. The Senate is poised to bring legislation to the floor this week, but it's unlikely to get very far.
A Middleton home worth more than $750,000 is considered a total loss following a fire this morning. It happened around 3:40 in the 3800 block of Bay Laurel Lane. Crews say when they arrived, they saw flames in the garage that quickly spread to the rest of the house. Neighbors saw the fire and told the family right away. Crews say there were many factors that made it difficult fighting the fire.
Wind, the fire getting a head start on us, this being a dead-end road, no hydrants. So the apparatus that we really would have liked to get in here requires a lot of water and space. We just don't have that here.
No one was injured in the fire.
The U.S. is reaching a pair of encouraging milestones as the COVID-19 pandemic's grip on the nation continues to loosen. COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. have dipped below 300 a day for the first time since the outbreak's early days in March of 2020. Meanwhile, nearly 150 million Americans are fully vaccinated against the coronavirus. But Dr. Jeff Potoff, UW's chief quality officer, warns the Delta variant is still posing a threat.
Seems like the new variants, and this is what viruses do, they get a little bit better at being viruses. So, you know, what I don't like about the Delta variant is it seems like it's pretty contagious, maybe even more contagious than that UK variant we were talking about months ago. And then it's a small study, but concerning that it looked like it was twice as likely to land people in a hospital.
And Dr. Potoff will be our guest tomorrow on Live at 4. Hours of operation at Blackhawk Technical College's vaccination site will be reduced beginning this week and will continue to gradually decline until the site is closed on or before July 17th. Reduced hours and the closure date will be determined by demand for the vaccine in Rock County, tapering from 5 days a week to 1 to 2 days and ultimately until operations stop.
Well, now that the pandemic is ramping down, many organizations are honoring those who kept us safe even before the pandemic started. This afternoon, SSM Health honored a local doctor with the Superhero of Medicine Award. Her name is Emily Jewell, and she's a family medicine physician with SSM Dodgeville's clinic. She's being given the award for being an outspoken advocate for the betterment of the health and well-being of citizens of Iowa County. She even had a large role in starting a free clinic on wheels to help serving the surrounding area farmers and farm workers.
I definitely feel like I have been lucky enough to get involved with a group in the community who really cares about taking care of the community, and that exists in Dodgeville at the free clinic.
She's noted by her colleagues for her strong, passionate commitment to the greater good of her community, especially to those marginalized by the healthcare system. Congratulations to her. Well, what to see, what to skip, decisions.
When we come back, our Will Loper runs down the new movies and streaming shows now available. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Allergy sufferers, bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. And in a clinical study, after just 1 day, 90% felt powerful 24-hour relief. So be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Dad, I got a job. I'm moving out.
Dream sequence ending in 3, 2,
Keep packing.
1.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's a medicine specifically made for heart failure, Entresto. It's a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. A way that builds a state-of-the-art network. As a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the neighborhood, so you make a difference. Thanks for the hot spot. You know the strongest signal comes from starting local and staying loyal, no matter how much you grow. The nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular.
Can you get this? I don't have my wallet.
Oh, really? It's funny how that always happens.
It's funny.
With BMO Harris, you don't need your wallet. You can get money from any BMO ATM using your phone.
Uh-oh, looks like someone can buy their own tacos.
You could also pay them back with Zelle.
So many ways for you to pay.
Awesome.
Order for BMO.
goes banking. Some things are made to be mobile.
That feeling you get when your phone is your wallet. That's the BMO effect. And right now, open a new BMO Harris account online in just 5 minutes.
Well, the official holiday shopping season is months away, but there are plenty of deals to be had right now.
Today is one of the biggest online shopping days of the year. Cindy Hsu tells us why.
Amazon Prime Day is here.
It's that time of year again. Amazon is back with its summer cyber sale earlier than ever before.
We're so excited to bring Prime Day back to its summer season.
Last year, Amazon delayed Prime Day until October because of the pandemic, when pointing and clicking became the predominant way to shop. People are venturing to physical stores again, but Amazon is enticing Prime members with a host of new online offers.
This year, we have more than 2 million deals for Prime members, and that's more deals than we've ever had before for any Prime Day.
According to Adobe Analytics, 58% of consumers say they plan to shop online during Prime Day, and 31% expect to spend money from their stimulus checks.
Amazon has managed to do is create a whole new holiday.
CNET tech expert Dan Ackerman says it's not just Amazon. Several retailers, including Target and Walmart, are also offering sales right now to compete.
For a lot of the stores, there's a big emphasis on things like Chromebooks and laptops and smart home speakers, but there's also a lot of fashion and clothing and also a lot of kitchen stuff.
Ackerman's advice: with so many deals, it's good to go in with a game plan.
You want to have a little bit of a list, and you want to look for specific items and then price compare them between stores. I got these AirPod Pros last year that were on sale for Prime Day when I normally would not have bought them.
Amazon shoppers have until Tuesday night to find what they're looking for. Cindy Hsu, CBS News, New York.
Mark is shopping as we speak.
I'm looking for a belt. They got a lot of Prime deals here. Do you ever do part of the Prime deal?
I didn't today. Did you find a good one?
There's a lot of good ones
All right, good.
All right, we have an update on a story we first brought you last week. People are pouring into a tiny village in South Africa after reports that a large diamond was discovered there. Well, now government officials say the stones that those people dug up are quartz, a common mineral that's worth, quote, very little. For many, it wasn't just the allure of luxury, it was a necessity. Life was hard enough for a bricklayer before the pandemic. Now, there's no work at all.
We are suffering, but we are trying our best, and we are struggling, but we are trying. If it's not a diamond, we have to leave this place. We have nothing else to do, just to go back home.
Unlike the Paul Simon song, nobody is going home with diamonds on their soles of their shoes, just pocketfuls of quartz crystals and shattered dreams. Experts will visit the site over the next week to see if the quartz that has been found could provide some kind of income for the local community.
Look at all the people there. Hope
it's
that
unbelievable.
happens.
Well, stocks rebounded on Wall Street following last week's losses. The Dow Industrials added 586 points, closing at 33,876. It was Dow's best day since March. The NASDAQ gained 111 points. The S&P 500 was up 58. Well, there were no box office busters this weekend.
But there's still plenty to watch on screens, big and small. Let's find out what's worth seeing. Here's our film critic, Will Loper.
Hey, Mark and Susan. The hit Man's Wife's Bodyguard, a title you should never say 3 times quickly, was #1 at the box office, but only made $13.6 million. With a budget of $70 million, it's got some ground to make up.
What is he doing here? I said, can anyone but Michael Grice?
I believe it's pronounced, thank you. The action film brings back Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, still getting along like oil and water, and Salma Hayek joins the fray.
I need you to protect us. We're trying to have a baby.
May God have mercy on our souls. Neither the writing nor action is especially memorable, but if you're a fan of Hayek, Reynolds, or Sam Jackson, their charismatic personalities make this an enjoyable way to pass 2 hours.
How many times have you nearly got me killed? Not enough.
Don't race to theaters to see it, but it's worth a watch when it comes to a streaming service. Speaking of streaming services, a film that feels like a fresh summer breeze is streaming on Disney+, Pixar's Luca.
We do not go anywhere
everywhere near the surface. Got it? Everything good is above the surface.
A sea monster who turns into a boy above land spends a summer in an Italian town, eating pasta and learning all about friendship.
Your life is so much cooler than mine. There's a million things you think you can't do. All you need is a chance to try.
New on Netflix tomorrow is the docu-series This Is Pop.
When someone from a little country like Sweden have worldwide success with what they do, makes everyone understand, well, if they can do it, we can do it.
Each episode focuses on a different aspect of pop music, from auto-tune to boy bands.
Music has always had the power to take you to a time and a place.
Horror fans will enjoy False Positive, streaming on Hulu Thursday.
So, you two need a little help. I will give you the best possible chance of getting pregnant. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Pierce Brosnan plays a fertility doctor who might just be too perfect at his job.
Dr. Hindle gives me a bad feeling. I want to see someone more natural.
And streaming on Apple TV Plus Thursday is the documentary Fathom.
I'm going to put a speaker in the ocean and talk to a whale and hope it talks back.
Starting playback.
Two scientists attempt to communicate with whales and understand why they sing.
It is so hard to interpret the language of the natural world. To listen and understand what it's saying to itself.
Now, I don't know how to tell the scientists this, but I already know somebody who can communicate with whales.
Dory, this is not whale. You're speaking like upset stomach.
Maybe I should try humpback.
No, don't try humpback. All right.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Don't do that.
Too much orca. Didn't it sound a little...
There you go. You don't have to watch the other thing. That's how you talk to whales. Well, as we mentioned, today is the first full day of summer. Just another day on the calendar.
Well, not for ancient civilizations. We go to Stonehenge in England this afternoon to find out why this day is so significant. That's when Live at 4 continues.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need. And we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes. And now, he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
If you have risk factors like heart disease, diabetes, and raised triglycerides, Vasipa can give you something to celebrate. Vasipa, when added to your statin, is clinically proven to provide 25% lower risk from heart attack and stroke. Vasipa is clearly different. First and only FDA approved. Celebrate less risk, even for those with family history. Don't take Visipa if you are or become allergic to icosapent ethyl or any inactive ingredient in Visipa. Serious side effects may occur, like heart rhythm problems and bleeding. Heart rhythm problems may occur in more people with persistent cardiovascular risk or who have had them in the past. Tell your doctor if you experience an irregular heartbeat or other heart rhythm problems. Possible side effects include muscle and joint pain. Celebrate less risk. Added cardio protection. Talk to your doctor about adding protection with Visipa.
Well, take a look at this. A driver in Atlanta is lucky to be alive after a massive tree fell on her car, piercing the windshield and narrowly missing her head. Emergency responders had to extract the woman from the car after she was trapped by the enormous fallen tree. Officials confirmed she miraculously escaped the incident with only minor injuries.
Oh, she lucky.
That is hard to believe.
Wild.
She got out of there. Well, it's time for Potentially Yours here on Live at 4.
We're meeting our pet of the week from the Dane County Humane Society. She is an elderly gal, but promises not to make a monkey out of you if you adopt her. Oh, isn't this cat sweet? Monkey is a 16-year-old short-haired domestic female looking for a place to retire. It may take some time for her to get adjusted to her new surroundings, but DCHS says they have no plans to send her into retirement alone in a rocking chair. She is friendly and looks forward to sitting with you and getting a lot of loving scratches.
Let's get her a home.
Yeah.
Well, looking for a great job where you can hang out with animals, or do you know somebody who'd like to make a little extra cash? The shelter is looking for people to fill several job openings. To find out how you can apply, visit their website. There'll be a link for the jobs and employment on the website. Mika, a pit bull terrier featured on the previous Pet of the Week, has been adopted.
Oh, that's good news to start the work week. If you're interested in adopting or checking out other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413.
Gotta monkey a home.
Monkey, a place just to retire and maybe sit on a porch swing. Yes,
She's got some good years left.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And she's gonna love this weather.
And she's gonna be really happy. Any cat right now.
Sit in the window.
Sit in the window, enjoy the sun. Thor is probably, my cat is probably sitting by the bird feeders right now. We've got him right up by the window for him.
Well, it's like TV.
Right, it is, exactly. So he stays inside, they stay outside. We have sunshine for this afternoon, and things will stay pretty quiet this evening and tomorrow. A little cooler outside still for the next few days before we warm up by the end of the week. Your full forecast right after the break.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Cabinet? Handled. Air? Conditioned. Lawn? Mowed. Get started on your next home project at Angie.com or download the Angie mobile app today. Make your home an Angie home. Angie. And done.
For Deb, living with constipation with belly pain was the same old story for years. Trying this, doing that, spending countless days right here. Still came the belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Awful feelings she kept sugarcoating. Finally, with the help of her doctor, it came to be that her symptoms were all signs of IBS-C. And that's why she said yes to adding Linzess. Linzess is not a laxative. It helps you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and is proven to help relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Could your story also be about IBS-C? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me.
So help me God.
A Ford built for you, by you. Get yours, built from the ground up with your choice of colors, wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want a head-up display and escape, 5 GOAT modes in Bronco Sport, or best-in-class gas, torque in a Ranger? You got it. And now an extra $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Not too bad of a start to the work week, though it is just a little cool outside for the start of summer. Now, we'll be back to the 70s for Tuesday. That's still below average. It's still a little cool for the beginning of summer, but it's a little better than where we're at today. But the end of the work week, we'll be back closer to average in the 80s, a warmer trend expected for the end of the work weekend into the following weekend. And by the weekend for Thursday, Friday, into Saturday and Sunday, we'll have some more shower and thunderstorm chances developing for us. So we have a nice little dry stretch before the rain comes back into the area. Doppler track, of course, nice and quiet after what was a little bit of a stormy, rainy evening for us with those storms passing through last night. Overall, though, for our next 48 hours or so, we're expecting similar conditions on our future track. Things really won't change up or bring back any more precipitation until, again, we get to the end of the week. Overnight, mostly clear skies. It'll be a little cool to start off tomorrow. For Tuesday morning, temperatures will be in the 40s. North of the Dells, we might even see temperatures drop to the upper 30s. So a very cool day, or very cool morning for us on Tuesday. In the afternoon, we'll have sunshine. High temperatures will be in the 70s. So we warm back up to the mid to low 70s for Tuesday. Wednesday, we hold on to the sunshine, near 60 degrees for early Wednesday morning. So notice that shift in the wind direction coming from the southwest. Not as cool outside for Wednesday. High temperatures will land near 80. So we steadily warm back up by the end of the week. See a little bit of an increase in our humidity also heading into the weekend. Now, in our 6 to 10 day outlook, we're still trending below average with our rain chances. Of course, we've picked up a little bit over the last week, but we still need to pick up a little more rain. And in general, trending below average for our temperatures. Also, of course, today a little cool outside, tomorrow a little cool for us. And in the southeast, they're very likely to see a cooler trend. The heat still well off to the west. This setup is likely going to carry us as we look into the 6 to 10 day outlook, carrying us to the start of July already. It kind of feels like we've fast forwarded through June quite quickly. Partly sunny tomorrow, not quite as cool. Today, high temperatures have landed really in the mid 60s. Tomorrow we'll reach the low 70s. A little more of a June-like day, but again, we're officially in summer now, so seeing temperatures closer to 80 would be a little bit closer to average for us. A breeze still coming in from the southwest in that 8 to 15 mile per hour range. Near 80 for Wednesday and Thursday, so we're back close to average for the middle of the week. A slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, but the better opportunity for that moisture really builds in for the end of the week into the start of the weekend. So we get close to 80 degrees, and that's really where we stay with our temperature trend. Not expecting those temperatures to move around too much for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even into Sunday for our afternoon highs. Well, the chance for some showers and thunderstorms for Thursday afternoon. That continues for Friday and again for Saturday, especially for Saturday morning. Behind that, back to more of a drier stretch. Again, having a bit of a break in these rain systems. It's not bad to have a small break, but we would like to have a little more rain developing for us looking ahead to the end of next week. We'll be in the 80s as we start to creep closer to the start of July with overnight lows landing near 60 degrees for us outside. So,
well, happy summer.
Yes.
Perfect for summer.
Yes, yes. Seeing those 80s definitely lines up.
It was nice to give the air conditioner a break today.
Oh, big,
turn it off a little bit, windows down, driving in. Yes, today very pleasant outside.
All right, Dan. We dodged a bullet here yesterday. We got this story coming up here now.
Yep.
The tropical storm system called Claudette brought strong winds, flash flooding, and tornadoes to the south. More than a dozen people were killed, including 10 children, 9 in one crash.
And closer to home, a tornado caused extensive damage in the western suburbs of Chicago last night. The tornado started in Naperville before it moved into Woodridge. Elise Preston reports.
The storm drenched the North Carolina coast as it made its way northeast and back out to sea. Over the weekend, this same weather system brought tragedy to Alabama.
There's no words that can describe the loss that we all feel right now.
10 people died in this multi-car crash near Greenville. 8 were children traveling together in a van from the Tallapoosa County Girls Ranch, a nonprofit that provides a home for neglected or abused children. The kids, ranging from 3 to 17, were returning from a week at the beach.
We love these children. They're like our children.
This is what Claudette left behind in Bruton, Alabama, after triggering a suspected tornado. At least 50 homes were damaged or demolished. And in Louisiana, police made multiple rescues in Slidell when flooding swamped as many as 50 cars. Further north, a massive cleanup is underway after a separate storm brought a tornado to suburban Chicago.
It was the weirdest sensation. My ears just started popping like I was going up on an airplane really quick.
Here's what's left of the kitchen in this Woodridge home after the storm shredded buildings and brought down both trees and power lines. More than 100 homes were damaged in the 3 miles affected.
Our community has been tremendously impacted. It's actually devastating.
Several people were hospitalized. Residents say by the time they heard the siren, the tornado was already touching down. Elise Preston, CBS News.
Well, that was awfully close.
We're very lucky.
Your folks have a place in Naperville.
Right. Yeah. I lived there for a while when I was younger. So hopefully, I don't know if they've had any damage because they're in South Carolina.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next on Live Before, we're live from Vilas Park to celebrate Make Music Madison.
And then coming up tonight at 5, during the pandemic, many people alleged their employers put them in unsafe working conditions. Our Naomi Coles investigates, coming up at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin? Not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema. And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults.
Hide my skin? Not me.
By helping to control eczema with Dupixent, you can show more with less eczema. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, educators across the state are pushing for more funding for school districts. How the lack of money could impact Madison schools. That's ahead at 5.
As skies clear out tonight, temperatures will drop into the middle 40s by morning. Temperatures won't be as cool for tomorrow and should be warmer later in the week. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, many vaccinators are struggling with a balancing act, keeping enough COVID-19 vaccine on hand for everyone who wants a shot, but not too much that doses go to waste. That story ahead tonight. News 3 Now at 6.
Look at downtown Madison on this Monday afternoon. A little refreshing break from all the heat and humidity. Well, COVID rules went out the window early this morning in England with people jumping the fences to the famous Stonehenge for this year's summer solstice.
Archaeologists believe the ancient monument is aligned to the movements of the sun. Ian Lee brings us this unusual gathering.
Why are you all standing there? Come on!
It's a race to the rocks at Stonehenge. Rain clouds, not big crowds, greeted this year's summer solstice.
May there be peace in the West.
Despite the gloomy weather and COVID restrictions, more than 100 people turned up and had to use their imaginations to greet the sun.
So if you're a solar being in a solar system and you've got a temple aligned with the sun and you want us to give thanks for everything the sun does for you, then rock up.
Normally, 30,000 revelers rock up to these ancient rocks during the annual festival. But for the second year in a row, COVID kept most folks away. Not Wally Dean, who couldn't imagine being anywhere else.
Symbolically, this means so much to us. I always consider this the very heart of Britain.
The tradition, rain or shine, goes back decades.
Up, up, up to your soul star.
To welcome the longest day of the year. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Organizers had planned to live stream this morning's solstice sunrise.
But they pulled the plug for safety reasons when people ignored orders to stay away from the famous site. You got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next, Madison is alive with the sound of music this evening.
We'll find out more about Make Music Madison and where you can catch one of hundreds of performances. That's when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
Here at Hague Dairy in Dane, it's just another day at the beach, laying in the sand and their own personal sprinkler system. You ladies have it made. John, here at Hague Dairy, I know farming really does mean family. What's it like to work alongside so many of your family members?
It's just a great feeling. You know, I've been here almost 30 years, and it's just, you know, I put a lot of hard work and time into getting this operation up to what it is, and it's great to see the next generation coming on board and, you know, taking over for me.
Absolutely. Robots were a new thing in the last couple years on the farm. How has that changed for you?
We installed the robots 3 years ago, and it's been kind of a game changer for us. It's allowed us a lot more flexibility on our schedule. It's a lot, you know, helped with so that we don't have to have so much additional hired labor. And just from the cow standpoint, it gives the cows a lot more freedom on how they want to spend their day too. They can, you know, they can stay out here and eat, or they can lay down, or they can go up and get milk at their convenience.
Absolutely. Straight from the farmer, give us those nutritional facts on dairy products.
The protein in milk and dairy products is just a phenomenal source of energy to help us get through the day and help our muscles recover at night. And then you got just a ton of vitamins and minerals in dairy products too. They're all natural.
It does a body good. And lastly, how can people who are watching right now, how can they support Hague Dairy?
Well, obviously, you know, by buying more dairy products. But the not so obvious one would be to, if you have a question about any of our practices, ask a dairy farmer. We'll gladly explain it to you. There's just so much misinformation out on social media that, you know, that we always battle against, you know, and then try and set the record straight.
Yep, come right to the source. He'll have the right answer.
Yeah.
John, thank you so much. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life.
Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
Overall, traffic Conditions throughout Dane County look pretty smooth for us this evening. The Beltline, a few slowdown spots closer to John Nolan. We're seeing speeds on the eastbound side down to about 30 miles per hour and then picking back up as we get closer to Monona. But downtown Madison at this hour also looking good. For Rock County, no major delays north and southbound on the interstate right now, fairly smooth. And of course, downtown Janesville, we have some construction in spots, but otherwise no hiccups this evening. From Janesville to the Beltline, about 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton and Sun Prairie to downtown. A very quick 9-minute drive for us this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Guys, he literally switched shoes with me because it's raining right now. He's about to run to his car.
Meet Marvin. He loves his shoes so much that he would rather switch shoes with his girlfriend than get his own sneakers wet. There he goes, running out into the rain in heels. Don't fall, Marvin. Let's see what he does with that big puddle in his way. He lands it. Meanwhile, his girlfriend, Empress Marshall, can't contain her laughter.
That is funny.
Got to take care of the shoes. Well, right now, Make Music Madison is happening all across the city.
Some 325 free shows are going on today in parks, outside businesses, on street corners, and on apartment balconies during the day-long event. It runs until 9 o'clock tonight at certain locations.
We're joined by Mary Rose Eckberg from Make Music Madison. She's at Vilas Park, just one of the many venues. Thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Mary. Good to see you.
Hi, Mark and Susan. Thank you so much for having me on today.
This is your 9th year doing this. This seems to get bigger every year.
It does, yeah, and we're very excited for this year's event that we were able to make it as big as possible, especially given the limitations and the short timeline with COVID. So we've had an amazing turnout of performers and venues all across every neighborhood in the city of Madison.
So who are all of the musicians that are performing today?
It's a really wide variety, everything from youth solo performers to full touring bands who happen to be based in Madison. The vast majority of them are from the Madison community, so it's really a celebration of all that Madison has to offer to the music world.
This has got to be a scheduling nightmare.
You know, it's really fun, actually, because it's sort of, you make of it what you want. So the venues and the performers work together. We have this wonderful matchmaking system that we use where venues register, performers register, and then they match and have communications with each other online, and they find, the right venues for them. So
well, that makes it easy.
Works out really well.
Yeah, that does make it very easy. You have a beautiful day for it today. For people that are just watching the show this afternoon, how late does this run tonight? Will people still be able to catch it?
Absolutely, yeah. The shows will continue until 9 p.m. tonight. There are a variety of shows all across downtown Madison, the east side and the west side, pretty much everywhere that you can bike or walk to. So we highly recommend that you check out the schedule at makemusicmadison.org/listings because there's music, and it's actually getting more popular as the night goes on. Because it was a Monday, a lot of venues decided not to open up until after work. So there's plenty of things to do this evening.
Oh, that's great.
And there are plenty of musicians in this city. What a talented community we live in.
Yeah.
Tell us
We're very, very lucky to have the opportunities with the artists that we have here.
Speaking of artists, you're at Vilas Park. What musicians are performing there today?
So I'm here to watch the Madison's Chinese Instrument Ensemble, and they are performing a variety of different music and dance that are all inspired by traditional Chinese art forms. So it's been a really wonderful show with a huge turnout, which we're so happy to see.
And all these performances are free?
Yes, always free and always open to the public.
And we said they're on balconies, on street corners, and in city parks?
Yep, city parks, balconies, street corners, restaurants, bars, patios outside businesses. The Madison Central Business Improvement District is hosting music all over downtown State Street today. So it's in a lot of personal residences as well who are having music in their driveways or, on their front lawns.
But what a great opportunity, too, to learn something about a different kind of music. That's great.
And in the future, if, let's say, I wanted to host somebody in my front yard, how do I go about that?
So we put out a call for venues and performers just after the start of each year, typically around like February, and so anyone can sign up, and all you need to know is your address, what kind of accommodations you can provide, like can you provide the musicians with electrical access, do you have a PA you're offering them, what does the space look like, and then you can communicate with different performers and find, you know, the match that's right for you.
All right, go online, makemusicmadison.com/listings. There's probably music right around the corner from your house. All right, it runs to 9 o'clock tonight. Mary Rose, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Mary. Great to see you.
And we'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get a $3,000 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado Crew Cab pickups.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes. And now, he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
Do you suffer from ED? Did you know there could be a way to relieve ED without harmful medications, needles, or surgery? Peak Performance for Men is here to help. Click or call now to treat your ED. And remember, our results make the difference.
Tonight at 5, officials are releasing new gruesome details about what happened during a homicide in Sparta, plus a big win for student athletes as the Supreme Court rules on education-related benefits, what it means for athletes moving forward at 5.
Working while sick, no safety policies, COVID outbreaks. Hundreds of Wisconsin workers told the feds their workplaces were dangerous during the pandemic, but little was done to help.
It's startling to me how many industries experience this.
Naomi Cole shows you how deep this problem ran. Tonight at 10.
Here's a live look at our Doppler track right now. Things nice and quiet, of course, and sunny outside this evening. A little cool also. Temperatures currently sitting in the mid-60s. Now, as we look ahead to tomorrow, it'll still be a little below average, a little cool for us. High temperatures will land in the 70s, though, so not quite as cool. The end of the work week, a little warmer. We're back to the 80s, and we're also expecting some showers and thunderstorms to start to build in for the end of the work week and as we head into this weekend.
All right. A cool start to summer, but it's going to warm up.
But it is going to warm up. Just a few more days. We will be back to the 80s soon.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, enjoy it.
All right, Dana, thank you. Monday. Tomorrow on Live at 4. Wishful thinking. Angie Harkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council has some great burger recipes for you to try.
And Consumer Reports has some advice on how to buy green plants online. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene.
It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Hurry in for a low $219 per month lease on the 2021 Rogue.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi. I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop After the installation, we also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life.
Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Taco night is heartburn you can plan for, but surprise pizza means heartburn you didn't expect. New Zantac 360 Degrees contains the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn and works in as little as 15 minutes. New Zantac 360.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene.
It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Hurry in for 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
In today's Final Touch, a test of Navy strength started with a big bang.
And ends with an earthquake. A very big bang next to a very big boat. A massive explosion went off in the Atlantic Ocean, and the U.S. Navy did it on purpose. It was part of an explosive trial to test the battle strength of the Navy's newest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald Ford, conducted about 100 miles off the Florida coast. The tests are called the full ship shock trials, and they are indeed shocking. The triggered blast registered a 3.9 magnitude earthquake. The trials are meant to simulate how a new ship would perform in battle conditions. Once they're completed, the carrier will undergo maintenance, modernization, and repairs before being deployed.
It's pretty close to the ship.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
But not too close. Wow. And they don't really, that is just amazing. They don't really say where they're doing this because I don't think they want the public to be out there looking at it, but
Fish don't like it.
No, fish don't like it at all. It's a blast. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.
And right now, one of the biggest budget items is also one of the most controversial. Why school leaders say Republicans aren't doing nearly enough to help your child succeed.
We're learning more tonight about a murder in western Wisconsin, why police think the man they arrested went after his victims with an axe.
Plus, they're spreading almost as quickly as COVID. Complaints popping up all across Wisconsin about unsafe workplaces during the pandemic.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. We have seen these a lot across Wisconsin recently, but there's no guarantee you, the voter, would approve a school referendum.
Still, districts have had to ask for help 17 times across Southern